trivia question. What a nugget this is. Last season, who posted the lowest single-season opponent's batting average since the mound was lowered in '69? He's one of the Brewers' many aces. He's the 75th best player in baseball right now, Freddie Peralta.
Number 75.
Now, this kid's got a pretty good feel. He's one of the better young pitchers, one of the better arms in the game.
He's got him working tonight.
Freddie threw a fastball right by him.
That's his bread and butter right there. It always has been, always will be.
Really well executed slide ball.
He's a 4-pitch mix pitcher.
Man, that's a nasty pitch.
Talking about that strikeout rate per 9 innings, almost at 15.
Just don't see a whole lot of aggressive swings against Freddie Peralta. Not a lot of confidence.
Number 74.
Said it many times for Gausman, just a great arm slot, arm swing. Looks like a fastball, tough to pick up.
Semanger behind that split. Thing starts off, just absolutely explodes. Looks like a left-handed breaking ball.
Got it.
Man, that is nasty.
And there it is, the one you were talking about, Mike. Strike three.
Convinced it's a fastball out of his hand. And then when he commits himself to it, it just dies.
And he got it with the splitter. Strike three.
Kevin Gausman's going to get a standing ovation as he walks off the field.
A pair of debuts on our countdown. Kevin Gausman was 14-6 with a 2.81. He's now a Toronto Blue Jay. And Freddie Peralta, he doesn't turn 26 until June and was incredible. He debuts on this list. How about that nugget? Opponent's batting average under 170. He had a lower opponent's batting average this year than Pedro's best ever.
Yeah, Pedro's in 2000 was 167. So he bested that even though Pedro pitched 70 or more innings.
His numbers are like a closer. He's got K per 9 over 12, yet he's a starter. How did he put it all together?
You know, you and I spent all summer, right, talking about Corbin Burns and Brandon Woodruff. We didn't spend as much time talking about Freddie Peralta. And he's one of those guys that is hard to label. We spend all of our time talking about velocity. We love the guys that throw 97, 98, 99 miles an hour. But we're talking about an average fastball here by Freddie Peralta that's 93.4 miles an hour. Now, how does he do it? Opponents last year even hit less in the 150s against his fastball. Well, he has the ability, like Jacob deGrom, that has such a great move to the plate and a great long stride that although he's a 6'2", 6'2.5" athlete, he pitches more like a 6'5", 6'6" athlete, which really gets the ball on you quick. Mike, you know this better than anyone. Sometimes guys who don't throw and kill the radar gun, you get up to the plate and you're like, God, that ball just gets on me. How does he do it? Well, everyone, when they walk back from the plate, feels the same way against Freddie Peralta. Now, he's got a great 4-pitch mix, but it's that fastball that makes him extraordinary, and this is the reason why. The extension. He's got efficient velocity, but that extension is what gives it that. See, bigger, taller athletes, guys that are 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", are on that list. Freddie Peralta, who's smaller, matches up with them because of that stride and because of that extension and release.
Oh, that's great. Great breakdown. You know what matched up for me, for Kevin Gausman, was San Francisco. I was hoping he would stay there. Like, he finally found a home. Now he's going to Toronto for the next 5 years. We're projecting on this show. Are we projecting the same kind of performance from Kevin Gausman in the AL East?
Well, I'm hoping we project Kevin Gausman in the first half, because you look at his first few starts and he's a Cy Young Award winner. And I think he really found the niche with that splitter. You know, there's certain pitches for me that as hitters, the deception creates more problems than others. And a split finger is one of them. Not many guys can actually master that pitch. And with a guy who's 94, 97, you got to gear up a little bit different than with a guy that's 92, 93. So when you have that hitter gearing up a little bit earlier than he's used to, and all of a sudden you drop the table from under him with a split finger, it creates so much deception, a lot of swings and misses. I think Blue Jays fans are going to be pretty excited to see Kevin Gausman.
All right, enough talking of all this pitching. We've already done 2 pitchers. I need to get back to more bats. 3 of them coming your way, starting at number 73.
Number 73.
Jake Cronenworth.
Hits for average, got some pop, drives in runs.
He hit it to the crowd zone. Jake Cronenworth walks it up and inside the park home run for Jake Cronenworth. Caught at second base. Cronenworth with another great diving stop.
Excellent play by Cronenworth, and Jake Cronenworth has hit for the cycle.
Yeah! Jake Cronenworth touches them all. Run all the bases, Jake. We are all in the crowd zone.
Number 72.
Here is Ketel Marte.
Marte's just such an impressive hitter. Very high contact rate, power line to line. He's also a switch hitter.
Ketel Marte has
slam. Well, we are told he's a superstar, and that's what superstars do.
Number 71.
Off the fan of Arozarena, and that one is gone. He's among the rookie leaders in all kinds of categories.
Diving from left field is Arozarena to catch it in center field.
Deep, deep, and deeper. Gone. Arozarena is red hot.
He made sure we all knew his name and did not forget it last postseason.
That is a hot hitter. Wow.
My guy, Randy, he moves up 29 spots. A year ago, he was the 100th best player in baseball because of the postseason. He just reigned supreme. You see his splits, first half compared to second half. He got back to doing what he did in October in the second half, hitting over 300. So what's the secret to Randy's success? Tom Verducci joins us for that. Tom.
Thanks, Greg. Hey, who can forget Randy Arozarena in the 2020 postseason? 10 home runs. There's a common denominator. 7 of those were on fastballs. And you know what? That was no fluke. Look what he did in the 2021 season. What he did was he was the top slugger in the American League against fastballs. The 3rd overall in Major League Baseball behind Bryce Harper and Fernando Tatis Jr. Now, that's not an accident. This guy has great hands when it comes to hitting fastballs. I know normally we talk about hands when it comes to playing defense. I'm going to show you what Randy Arozarena does with his hands to be a great fastball hitter. Barrel awareness, what is that? As a hitter, that means knowing where the barrel is throughout your swing. To do that, you have to have good hands to control the barrel, and he does this. You're seeing all fastballs here that Randy Arozarena can control because he adjusts with his hands. The setup, the lower half, nothing really changes. Look where his hands enter the zone on the low pitch. Getting the bat to the barrel to the ball, does that as well as anybody. Midstream, that's a middle fastball right there. His hands in the middle of the zone. High fastball, that's the toughest pitch to hit in baseball. Not when you have hands like Randy Arozarena. Gets on top of that pitch because look where his hands enter the zone. On the low pitch, at the bottom, mid-level, he's got his hands in the middle. And the toughest one of all, get his hands on top of a high fastball. Randy Arozarena is slugging close to 700 in his career against fastballs. Greg, this guy is no fluke.
Tom, I agree. Next year, he'll be inside the top 50. You just watch. So we've revealed a few players already in this installment of the top 100 players right now. Kyle Schwarber back after a few years off. He is right behind J.D. Martinez, who moved up from last year's list. Gurriel makes his debut on the series. Michael Brantley slides. Joey Votto's back after a couple years off. Freddie Peralta and Kevin Gausman debut. Jake Cronenworth is at number 73. Ketel Marte and a walk here. Watch out. That's all I'm saying. And there's my guy, Randy, at number 71. Coming up, we're going to show stars from one of the deepest spots in the sport. Shortstop next.
Remember when these stars were in the top 20? Have they fallen far?
It's out of here. El Mago ties it up for the bottom of the ninth.
And was Javi Baez able to top his former double play partner in the rankings?
My brother, my brother.
We will show you when we come back.
It's easy to think that all money managers are pretty much the same, but at Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Different how? You sell high commission investment products, right?
Nope. Fisher avoids